No, you should just be like, you should just start this video with there will be spoilers for the Hunger Games and Twilight.
Look who we found. Hi. Hi.
Hi. It's too cute. You have to send me this footage.
I will.
Oh,
You're so cute.
you're the cutest thing. Bye.
Yeah, Geraldine's dog is literally the cutest thing ever.
Second cutest. But, so I guess, what are we doing a discussion on?
Hey guys, today we're gonna do a discussion because we were doing a video on Ke-sha's channel. This links will be down in the description.
There's a lot of team questions
That we're kind of opposites on. Like PETA, Gale, I'm sure you're Edward, Jacob, what's his face. So yeah, we should just do a
Start
discussion
off with PETA and
about that.
Gale. See whose team you're on?
I'm on Team Gale.
I'm on Team PETA.
So we can just say why, and then you guys should vote down in the comments on whose team you're on. So, why PETA?
Why PETA? Because I think PETA's sweet and nice, and he was so schoolyard boy crush, and I like the fact that she didn't like him back right away, technically, even though he was all, I was just like, feel like she actually grew to like love him and stuff like that. And sorry, spoilers if you haven't watched the thing. And I feel like when he like changed and stuff, it was really sad and it broke my heart. But I like that. I kind of like the fact that she had to fight for him, actually, a little bit, and it kind of showed their dedication to who they were. And I feel like he would sacrifice everything for her. And I didn't feel the same way about Gale. But then I also have a problem with how she wrote Gale after a while. So like, it was like I wasn't like in his, like the first book I kind of like liked him, but like I was still PETA. But it's like I grew to dislike him because I didn't like how she was writing his character.
Yeah, I noticed that near the end, but for me I was Team Gale because like they'd known each other their whole lives, like they were so close, and
they all knew each other their whole life. They were all in the same district.
I know, but even when she went away he was still like so consistent. And I don't think this was in the book, but in the movie they showed his like reaction to Katniss and PETA like making out. And
yeah, I'm pretty sure he wasn't happening.
Even continuously, he still had feelings for her, and he was like strong. And if you haven't read the rest of the books, sorry, but there's a moment, and I think it's Catching Fire or maybe Mockingjay, that I was like, Team Gale. I don't care how she rates him. I love it.
Oh, and Catching Fire though, PETA and Katniss had that moment.
I had like a nervous breakdown.
I was like, oh my god, there are cameras around. Are you really gonna do this?
I know. Like in Catching Fire, I threw the book like 3 times. I was like, stop.
It was great. I love PETA. PETA was a winner. And I felt like Gale, like, I don't know. It's like he had the inklings of it in the first book, I guess. But I felt like I kind of wanted their friendship intact, at least. And I think they make good friends. Because that's what she viewed him as all these years. And I felt like
she never saw PETA as anything different.
No, she never. No, because PETA wasn't really in her peripheral view, so I felt better romance with him.
She was in him.
But because Gale was kind of more like friendship brother, so that's how she viewed him.
I just like that Gale never gave up, I guess.
Yeah,
but for me, I couldn't be on PETA's side because in Mockingjay, when they're all like in the Capitol building or whatever, and he's like so rude, and
he got kidnapped and tortured and psychologically damaged by the opposition who drugged him up and basically brainwashed him. He was tortured night after night after night. What happened to Gale except the fact that he had to leave the district?
Love should overpower, and Gale's love overpowered for her.
No, because in the end, guess who ended up together? Team PETA.
Spoiler alert. But I was happy she ended up with him. Hated the epilogue. Ugh.
I feel like there should have been more, and I was like,
you liked the epilogue?
No, I was fine. I liked the book, but at the same time, I felt like there should have been more explanations for stuff. Like, how certain people died. And see, this is just going off into a rant about the Hunger Games in general. So we should stop and go on to Team Twilight. And you can start with why you're Team Jacob.
Because Edward is like 100 years old.
Okay, look, I feel like people who mention that have never read vampire books because a guy or vampire or whatever is always older, and it's like
always creepy.
No, it's not. He's a vampire. He's gonna live forever, and she's gonna live forever. Spoiler alert.
Yeah, now.
Yeah, we all knew since the beginning of this book how this was going to turn out. There was never a doubt in my mind that she was going to turn into a vampire. And also, I feel like with Jake, like with Twilight, there was never a love triangle. There was never a love triangle. She always straight up said she would pick Edward.
In the third book, she did kiss him.
Yeah,
in the third book, she was torn, and that's when I was like,
no, she was not torn. She even straight up said, "I love you" to Jacob, but she was like, "I love Edward more." She wanted him to kiss him so he wouldn't die. She wasn't stringing him along. She just like, "I don't want you to die." And he knew that he was emotionally manipulating her into kissing him. No. And I feel like Edward would sacrifice a whole lot more. And halfway, even in Breaking Dawn, even Jacob was like, "I was so glad I was not the one to fall in love." He got her because he was like, he felt like it was all about Bella. That's why I also have a problem with people who are like, Edward always told her what to do. You act like she followed what he told
She did like the opposite of whatever he told her to do.
Yeah, I always feel like that people who like put down Bella, I'm just like, she never did anything out of her. She didn't follow everything. I mean, yeah, there was that second book where she was like totally whiny.
Yeah, that was.
But besides that slight depression, I loved her.
That wasn't depression. That was like crazy.
Some people get like that though.
Like she couldn't handle the breakups and she took it way too far.
I was like that. But that scene was one of my favorite scenes in the movie though.
Which one?
The one where she's in the window and like they cross and they see the months and stuff. But so yeah.
Why was it your favorite? Because she never said anything.
Whatever. You need to stop hating because I still love Twilight. I don't care what anyone says to me. I just bought Twilight Breaking Dawn special edition, so now I have to get New Moon and Eclipse, and everyone's just like, Twilight is over, and I'm like, I don't care because I like Twilight before it's popular. I like it during when it's popular, and I will like it when it is not popular and hated on everyone.
Well, like I said with Gail, Jacob was very persistent.
Yeah, I feel like I love Jacob, and I feel like if Edward had never came back, like if he wasn't even, I think if he wasn't even a factor, then him and Bella would have ended up together.
He would have been the rebound though.
Yeah, and also, I don't like in the book though how they handled it. Like
the Brokeback Mountain thing.
Mm-mm. No, see, I didn't mind who he imprinted on so much.
Oh, I just had a problem.
I just minded that the fact that he's like, I must have felt connected to you through that, and I'm like, no, you liked her. You did the mother and the daughter.
Yeah, I'm like, you're just settling.
He wasn't the only one who imprinted on the young child though.
I know, but still, like, even near the end, I was like, I don't like either of these people. Edward was creepy for hitting on a younger girl, and then Jacob did the same thing. So it's like, you guys need to back off and know your limits.
Yeah, but Bella was older than Jacob. No one mentioned that ever. So she would have went from being the young arm candy to the cradle robin person.
But now if you think about it, they're married, and if he and Renesmee get married, then he was in love with her mother, which is going to make them wind up on Maury.
But I feel like they're all well adjusted at this point.
So now when they get married, and if Renesmee doesn't even know, Bella, Edward, and Jacob will be sitting there going,
I'm pretty sure it's not going to be
remember when you tried to hook up with my woman, and now you're my son-in-law?
He did want to call him dad at one point.
That was just funny. I know, but it's weird.
What about those people who ship Jacob and Edward?
That's a thing?
Oh my god.
Was it like Jedward?
I don't even know. All I know is that I have never looked at any of those fan fictions, but I've been
That's a thing.
I'm pretty sure it is, yeah.
Oh my god.
They kind of just want to push Bella out of the way. Or maybe they thought that Bella, Edward, and Jacob should have ended up together. And that she should have stayed human, and I was like, what are you?
And then when she dies,
I feel like this is going to be the really creepy part of this conversation.
If you're under 16, take a break.
This is fan fiction stuff, man. We're venturing into territory. I've taught Christina a lot about fan fiction, and she's been creeped out by most of it.
Yeah.
She can never watch Avengers the same way again. Thorky. I think it's Thorky. That's Thor and Loki together.
Yeah.
So basically that was all the things we had to say about Twilight and stuff. And sorry about the fan fiction stuff. Unless she cuts it out and then you guys won't know what we're talking about.
Because I didn't know that was such a thing.
There is nothing that people do not ship.
Clearly.
some weird stuff. You need to be on Tumblr and all fanfiction stuff.
Don't do it. But let us know down in the comments which team you're on. Team Gail or Team PETA, Team Edward, Team Jacob. And your opinions on fanfiction. I would love to know
And
how many
after
people
she
in the
reads
world.
Shatter Me, we should do a live hangout and we can talk about which team sort of that you're on because yeah.
Well, considering we have a lot of books to read together, I'm sure we'll be doing a lot of live hangouts talking about them.
Okay.
So look forward to that.
Bye.
Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed and have a great day. I'll talk to you later.
Laters.
Bye.